It's just really scary for us because
and everybody.
It's local, like literally this is happening.
But it's happened here in our
county,
at the hospital we go to,
in our city, our doctors, our hospital, our ER. Like it is like happening right by us, which is like really terrifying. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog, or welcome if you're new. This is gonna be a little bit different than like what our normal vlogs are. We just actually grabbed the camera this morning to kind of come along with us to do this because we felt like maybe we should share with you guys kind of what's going on.
Yeah, because we're not at, well, anyway, Melissa will explain because she's, yeah. So
if you guys have been following the news, world news, local news in any factor, any way, you know that right now there is the coronavirus or COVID-19 outbreak, or we're actually calling it like a pandemic now because it's all over the world.
Yeah. California just called the state of emergency.
Yeah, so we live in California.
Yesterday.
And the first death in California actually is in our city. So in our city, like we have it locally, there are currently probably, I mean, I don't even think the news is reporting all the people. Like every time I see it on the news, like they're underreporting because I know for a fact that there are more people than what they're saying.
Yeah, we're getting notifications from our offices and the schools,
yeah,
and all these different,
and I have friends that work in the local hospitals that they have had for like 2 weeks. Like they're saying that like it's not being reported, but they have people there that have this. So I guess like what we're doing now is like we're a little worried. Like our local Costco was like on the news last week because people were like buying them out of food in case there's like a quarantine like how they have in China or even South Korea or Australia right now. And it's looking very likely that something like that could happen in our area because we have so many people in this area that have been exposed.
And then cruises from San Francisco are quarantined.
So currently today,
firefighters are quarantined.
What's the date today?
There were, today is the...
I feel like for posterity, we should let you guys know what the date is today.
Today's the 5th.
Today's the 5th. So as of the 5th, this is when we're filming this video.
So the person that passed away from the coronavirus, and you know, our deepest condolences to the family and loved ones. It's super sad. It was, I guess, it was a gentleman that was like 71, and was he from the cruise?
No, that was Seattle. It was a woman that died in Kaiser Roseville.
Oh.
So basically right now, as of March 5th, there is a boat, a cruise ship off of the coast of San Francisco that has, it's the second cruise, I guess, where now they're quarantining all those people until they can get test kits to them, and they're not letting them off. And the woman that just died yesterday actually was on last week's or 2 weeks ago, that same cruise ship or whatever. So they're saying that like all these people are affected. The people that came to get her, I guess she called 911.
The firefighters, the 3 firefighters are in quarantine now.
Hospital workers, they're all being quarantined at our local hospital. So it's getting pretty scary. Our kids go to public school, if you guys didn't know. So we're really concerned right now because our public school is really big. There's like 1,000 kids at our school, and basically to me that's like means it's a huge petri dish. That's the concern that I have. If you guys didn't know this, 3 of us in the family are super high risk for respiratory problems. I actually get the pneumonia, that shot that they give to old people, because for the last 5 years, 3 out of those last 5 years, I have gotten sick and then gotten not pneumonia, but like bronchitis.
Yeah.
And so I tend to get respiratory problems when I get sick. And then 2 of our girls have they're at high risk. So Grace Lynn, our 11-year-old, had RSV when she was a baby, so she has lung damage from that and asthma from that and has an inhaler. And Gwyneth, if you guys remember, if you've been watching our vlog a long time, almost died. Like 5 years ago, she dry drowned, and she has severe lung damage from that. That's put her now also on a... Well, that's what they call it though. Like Google that term, and it'll come up with what happened. But basically what that means is that they both now have damage to their lung tissue. So it puts them in high risk mode for any type of sickness. And so this is really scary for us because 3 out of 7 of us, if we got this, would be considered to be in the high risk category. And now it looks like it's kind of running rampant in our local community. And the other thing that I want to mention, and again, this is March 5th that we're filming this, is that from what I'm understanding, in California and especially in our area, they're not even testing like we don't have enough test kits to be able to test people for this virus. So the community spread factor, like it's spreading, but they're not accurately testing and reporting the amount of cases that there actually are because we don't have the hospitals don't have the test kits. to test us. And we don't have like how South Korea, they're doing like drive-through testing 10,000 people a day or something. We have nothing like that set up in California. So
I will say though, like at local stores, I don't know if those other 2 vlogs have gone up yet, but I went with Graceland one night and I got some isopropylene alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol, whatever, 70% at Target. And there was a ton of it, so I just got one. And then I went back the next day with Melissa, and it was all gone. All the
hand sanitizer sold out.
Hand sanitizer's gone.
Masks sold out.
Masks are gone. Apparently people are getting toilet paper a lot.
Okay, so I think it is weird.
There's some things that I'm not quite sure why people are buying it all.
Some people are acting like zombies are coming because they've been buying out bottled water and generators, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense because even worst case scenario, we're going to be quarantined in our home.
Worst case scenario is much worse than just quarantine.
But we're not going to lose power and water. Right. So we're not focusing on that.
I don't know.
But right now we're in our car outside of our Costco, which we actually managed to find a parking spot, which is insane. And our goal for today is actually we want to get some things to supplement in case we do have to quarantine, things that can supplement. Like right now, we currently have enough food at our house that we could live.
We have 7 people, so we have a lot of food because we have our,
Right.
But I think just having some extra non-perishables, it's not wasteful.
Yeah, like flour,
we
rice.
already get it anyway.
Frozen fruits and veggies, I think, would be good to supplement if we can't get out of the house. So I want to do that. Dog food. We want to make sure we have enough dog food. Like I said, water, power is not really like a huge thing that we're concerned about, but it is looking very likely that at some point there's going to be a quarantine situation. So we need to get our family prepared in the event that happens. So I need to call the pharmacy today to get refills on the girls' inhalers and also my inhalers. And also fever reducing medications. We should probably look for if they are sold out here at Costco.
We have a bunch of Tylenol and stuff. I mean, we'll see. We'll just show you kind of inside.
So we're
definitely not going to we're going to be subtle. We're not going to try to because we're recording, right? So people always look at that, especially during
But we're basically
crazy times. But
we're going to go and get our things that we feel like we're going to need if this goes in a direction like it's looking like it's going and it gets much worse.
Yeah, all right.
And we're actually borderline, we actually had a conversation late last night because I think yesterday was the day they declared a state of emergency in California.
Yesterday, yeah.
We're considering taking our kids out of school and having them do independent study for a while. We need to talk to the school today. We're going to call them in a little bit here. But I'm heavily considering that. And I think that that's something that might be good for us to do while at least they're figuring out locally how they're going to contain this and track it and test. And the other concern that they have is they added up, I saw this on Twitter where they were talking about if 10% of the people in California got this virus, 10%, which is low.
Which is the flu, right? So if 10% got the flu.
If 10% got the flu and needed to go to the hospital, they don't have enough beds in hospitals for people, which is terrifying.
Well, they're also look, if you have the flu, stay at home. If it gets worse and you think you might have something worse, then because and my understanding is even if you get if I were to get the coronavirus, I should be able to maybe have a super mild case and I would maybe feel like a cold or flu and then I would be done. But that being said, I think it's the deadly nature of it that can be passed along to other people. Yeah, elderly, super high risk. I was, the CDC put out a thing, and we'll maybe put it on the screen so you guys can see it, but this really was shocking to me last night. The CDC had this graphic. I'm not going to put it on the graphic. Go to CDC directly and get your information directly from the source. It said that the elderly death rate for this was close to 15%. And then of course the high risk rate, if you're high risk, that's higher for the younger ages as well. So if you have elderly neighbors, grandparents, whatever, they should probably be being, obviously wash your hands, be really diligent. But yeah, it looks like it's especially dangerous for the elderly. So, I don't know. It's crazy. So anyway, this is a weird vlog. But and this is it's already long. I think we've already been talking for 10 minutes. So we're going to show you what we'll just show you a little bit inside, a little bit of what we're getting. And then we'll come out here and probably talk about it some more. I think that's the play. I'm not going to record heavily, I don't think, in Costco. No. Because we can just kind of show a couple things. Maybe I'll show you, if there's stuff that's sold out, I'll show you that. Yeah. But other than that, yeah. But this is current status of our family situation, and it's just really scary for us because everybody, it's local. Literally, this is happening. But it's happened here in our county, at the hospital we go to, in our city, our doctors, our hospital, our ER. It is happening right by us, which is really terrifying. So we just start getting prepared. So worst case scenario,
hopefully we're okay and we have enough supplies.
All right, we're going in. So right when you come in, there's hand sanitizers they have for their members, so they have that set up, which is kind of smart, right, with all the shopping carts. And then here are some generators, but it's not sold out, so it's not like a crazy panic or anything, I don't think. As we were coming in, some lady was like, "Good luck in there," but like, I think this is pretty normal. Do you think there's not more people?
It's super
There's not more people. It's not packed.
Last week, the pictures I saw, like the video they showed on the news, showed like the entire parking lot full. So we're kind of on the later side of this. So once we get over to like where all like the bulk stuff is,
yeah, we'll see.
I have a feeling it's going to be like kind of empty over there.
Yeah.
6 quarts, and that's all we have left. Wow.
Yeah. All right, so I can buy 2.
Limit 2.
All right, so limit 2 of the Clorox. There you go. Limit 2, you got Kleenex, Clorox, tissues, and disinfectant wipes. And you got Lysol, limit 2, but they're almost gone. I was talking to one of the employees and he said all the paper towel and tissue was all sold out the other day, but they're trying to restock it as quick as they can. So they definitely have some right now, which is good.
So one of the things I'm gonna make sure that we get while they still have it is like frozen fruit and veggies, because like I hear, so they're quarantining people for like 2 weeks at a time. So if we have frozen fruits and veggies and we had to quarantine, I feel like that would be good to add into the stuff that we already have. We are pretty good on like meat in our freezer and like a lot of pre-made meals. Like I do batch cooking and free stuff, but any way we can add like fresh fruits and vegetables, even I guess frozen's like the best way to supplement, right?
And the guy said that there's no chance they're getting hand sanitizer, and that they're also selling out on detergent for clothes, which kind of makes sense. Like behind
I didn't think about that.
Like this was all detergent, and it's like,
oh, it's all empty.
Getting pretty low.
Okay, so we should probably get some of that too, huh?
There's the rice, there's some rice left, but 50 pounds of rice.
That's gone?
It's all gone.
So all they have is the little bags left, but this isn't even, I guess you can't really be picky, but this isn't really the rice that we typically get, like basmati. So all this is all like white rice.
Yep.
Yeah, darn it. That's what we were hoping to get today.
So here's flour. It's all gone. There's a little bit of this left.
I can't even look.
I'll get it. So we're pretty much filling this thing up.
Yeah, we should
with all sorts of stuff.
Like pallets?
Yeah, we'll organize this at home and show you guys. We actually stopped real quick at a local Safeway because we needed to get yeast and marinara sauce and a couple more things. So we'll get that and then head home.
All right, guys, we're home now, and I just wanted to give you a quick, I guess, run through of everything that we got and why we got it. We got a lot of stuff, but we got things that we normally use anyway, so just kind of like a disclaimer, like...
So we're already spending $1,000 to $1,200 a month on groceries for 7 people.
Right.
So we just kind of spent probably around $600.
Yeah, it was $600 at Costco, and then we ran to Safeway to get a few things that Costco didn't have, like yeast and marinara sauce and stuff. So basically what we did is just we bought groceries in advance for the whole month, and we were kind of planning that like if we couldn't leave our house, how would we get like fruits and vegetables and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'll show you guys everything and kind of explain it, and then we won't keep this video going on too much longer because it's already been a long video. But just so you guys know, in case you're also looking to get prepared, we got 3 cases of almond milk because that's what our kids eat with cereal. It lasts a really long time before expiring, so I feel totally confident that they'll go through this in the next month. We also got big bags of flour, rice, and sugar. Also butter, oil, and yeast and honey, because that was on my shopping list anyway. I've been on Pinterest lately, reading blogs about like making your own bread. And I really want to do that, especially now that I have like a really good like Dutch oven pot, and I also have an Instant Pot that I heard you can make bread in. So I really wanted to like try it out anyway, but this is also great like emergency preparedness stuff because this is a lot of rice and flour and sugar. And it's fairly inexpensive and it lasts a long time. So even if I don't use it all now, I will definitely use it for the holidays, around the holidays, like for baking and stuff. We only bought one, which is enough for the month. So we got 1 thing of paper towels, 1 thing of tissue paper, and then I'll show you guys kind of what we came up with for, you know, if we run out of produce. We ended up getting some frozen fruit, peaches, berries, and pineapple, and then we got some frozen veggies. I already have some frozen veggies in my freezer as well. And then also, if that's not enough, we got a bunch of dried fruit. So we have some prunes, some mixed fruit.
We love that
some
anyway,
little fruit
though,
bars,
so.
but we buy it anyway. Like all this stuff is stuff that we buy anyway.
It's a good snack.
Something that we don't typically buy, but I bought specifically for this is juice. This is 100% juice, no anything else in it, no added sugar. And then I also got some V8 vegetable juice, which our kids love anyway.
Yeah, they all love this stuff anyway, so.
And then Gatorade, because if you do get sick, Gatorade is great to replenish, like what is it, electrolytes or whatever, right?
Yep, you gotta stay hydrated if you get the flu.
So I didn't buy a crazy amount of meat. As you guys see, I got some sausage, 4 things of ground turkey, some turkey to slice, a bunch of cheese. I'm gonna freeze some of this cheese. Cheese freezes really well. All of that was from Costco. We also got some beef jerky sticks, a bunch of fresh produce that will last us for the next week or so. And then we stocked up on like crackers and pancake mix and chips. And this is just stuff we were out of, like the garlic and coffee. And this is actually something I've never tried before. It's not even in focus, but you guys can see it's chopped onion. My thought was like, if I was cooking and ran out of fresh onions, then that would be like a good substitute. Oh, and then over here, we got a bunch of bread. We always freeze it in our garage freezer. So we did buy a little bit extra. So we've got a couple different kinds there.
So if you guys normally watch our Costco videos on Melissa's channel, then you already know that this is about half what we get when we go shopping for a month.
Yeah, so exactly.
This is almost like 2 extra weeks, just in case, but we're gonna eat it anyway. Nothing's gonna get wasted.
Right. Well, do you want to show them the stuff that is not something that we typically buy? So this is stuff that we bought.
It's also basics.
For preparedness.
Our kids get colds and flus and stuff. I like to have it. I don't like to run out to CVS at 1 in the morning anyway. So we have some of that, nighttime cough medicine, all really basic.
So all like children fever reducers, NyQuil, DayQuil.
Allergy, because they have allergies.
Gwyneth has allergies.
So unrelated, but we still get it.
And then we maxed out the cap on these. They said you could get 2 Clorox wipes. They were out of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, there's been no hand sanitizer for
to be found.
At least a week, and the cupboards are bare for that. But for this, I think if we end up just kind of being quarantined, I would just have every kid put 1 in each hand, touch every handle, every knob, and just kind of give it a once over. Because I think once you're isolated, then just kind of wipe down where you are and you're okay. And hand sanitizer are the same thing. If you're going to places, I think, all the time, then yeah. Or if someone at your house gets sick, then you have to quarantine them. That's a whole separate issue.
Right.
But yeah, just some things.
Just in case. And then we also got this, which is something we don't normally buy, but you know, it kills bacteria and germs and stuff. So that's kind of what we got. And we do already have other stuff like the baby's potty training, but we already have pull-ups and diapers and wipes and everything like that. So we don't need to buy any more than we normally would, or we already have. Same thing with like soaps and stuff. We already did buy that last time we went shopping. So yeah, this is a really weird vlog, guys, but I guess we just wanted to share it. That's kind of what's going on in our life right now.
We'll keep you updated, because if we end up getting quarantined or it's a pandemic or whatever, like I hope it's not. I don't think we overdid it.
No.
I hope I don't have hindsight where it's like I wish I had bought 3 times as much of everything.
No, I think even a worst case scenario
I'd
would
rather
only be a
have
couple
something,
weeks.
because I have a wife and 5 kids and a dog. We have
and we already bought dog food for her, so we're good on that.
I have people to take care of, so I'm doing my due diligence to take care of my family, I think. Especially since it just happened like it's here.
I know, it's here. And I think like that's the thing for us is like, it's not like this is like, you know, in another state or another country. Like, no, it's like actually here. And I actually we talked about this off camera, but while we were driving home, I was on my Facebook, and a friend of mine who is a nurse at one of the facilities that actually has people in quarantine right now posted a thing, which is from one of the Roseville nurses that's in quarantine. It's in my stories on Instagram. I will maybe highlight it so you guys can go check it out. But basically it's a nurse's statement that says pretty much the stuff that we were saying, that like the nurse is currently in quarantine and they're even like refusing to test her. Like the CDC won't test her. So like, I'm seriously worried that like they don't have the equipment. They're not doing enough testing. Like this nurse, like you guys will have to read her statement, but it's like crazy. So
where would they find the statement? They'd have to search.
It's on my Instagram. I'll put it in my highlights so you guys can see it, because this is probably going to go up after like that would typically, yeah, probably next day. So it might go up tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll keep you guys updated. Be safe. Wash your hands.
Yeah,
which is always good advice. Like I feel like you should always be washing your hands.
But even you guys have probably seen memes and stuff of like literally the people telling you to wash your hands and not touch your face constantly, are touching their face on video, and there's like shots.
I have never wanted to touch my face so much. Now that I'm like consciously trying to not touch my face, I was like in the store and I was like,
yeah, okay.
I want to do. So anyway, really long video. Thanks for watching. Be safe. We'll see you later. Bye.